Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we are doing what we do once a year, one of my favorite videos to do every single year, and that is the official Wrestling Room Tour. This one, the official one of 2025. And of course, we're going to go through wall by wall, try to make this as an in order and make this as simple as I can without going all over the place in this room, because there is so much that we can go over, so much that we can cover, but so much of this, as most of you know who have followed the channel, you have seen this all bit by bit, piece by piece. We have built this back up to what you see in front of you here today. So as we get into this room tour of 2025, let's do it as we always do. We're going to start off, like I said, wall by wall. I think we're going to go right here, right from where you walk in, right at the door. So we'll start off right here and work our way around. So as we come up to the top corner here, we do have, of course, elite figures, as all the elites are hung up. I don't think I have any basics hung up. I don't think I do. We might find out new news to me in this video, but I believe it is just elites that are hung up. So as you can see, all legends. I want to call them classic superstars every single time, but all legends going down the back side of the door. Couple of really nice ones here that I gotta show off is the Terry Funk. I love that. I love this Kevin Nash. And as you guys already know, I say it every year. Some people might already be like, Matt, what's going on here? We're missing a t-shirt. We're missing the shirt with Kevin Nash. So I am getting the Ultimate Edition ones. And as you guys already know, Matt's Wrestling Collectibles on MERCARI. Catch me on there, MWC2008. So we do sell off some pieces from the collection. I also buy as well. So as you guys already know with that, sometimes it's somebody else's collection. But little pieces here and there I do get rid of. So that is the legends going up and down the door. We make our way over here to some of the ones that we, again, have to show off. This Cassius Ohno, of course, also known as Chris Hero. What an elite that is. So happy to add that to the collection this year. And if I told you what I paid for that, I think you guys would, you'd probably not even believe me. But, and as we make every little piece fit in here, these packages, they had those nice cuts in them, so it was able to get that TV perfectly in there. And as you can already see, the Super Nintendo Mini playing on there, playing some demos. Oh, whoa, we got to go back to that Final Fantasy 3. Big shout out on Final Fantasy, right? Now we come down here, Aiden English. He's ending off that row at the moment until we get some more on there, but we will eventually. There'll definitely be a few more that finish that off as we go down. We got Jake Paul on the cologne here. It might even be Logan Paul. Who knows? It's one of the Paul brothers. My girl's son loves it, lives with it, wants to spray it on himself every day. So I tried it out. Now we got one on there in the collection. So shout out to the Paul brothers, because they're doing some crazy stuff out there these days, and they're definitely making money. We got CM Punk bobblehead down here. Some boxes that are all kind of wedged in there down the side of this. And we got a nice old Tonka truck in there as well. Buried in there, that is for sure. We make our way around to the side here. We got 2-packs, none other than the Shield. Most of these are all Shield 2-packs, obviously. We've got the Heath Slater with Christian, Darren Young and Justin Gabriel, and then, of course, we make our way down to David Otunga and Michael Tarver. So, very grateful to have those back in the collection as well. I think I said this in the video last year, guys. I said, don't worry, I'm going to get that CM Punk loose. I'm going to complete this 2-pack, because way back when, for some reason, I wound up selling the Punk. And just for whatever reason it was, when I say, I mean, I've had this pack since day one, since release. But always kept that Vince McMahon. Very happy I did all these years later. As we make our way back again here so you guys can get a nice full look, we've got all the AEW figures on this wall. And we might even run a row behind the TV at some point. We definitely need the Santana to complete the pack here. The tag team, I shouldn't say 2-pack, the tag team of Santana and Ortiz. So once I get that Santana, he'll be in there. And as well, we've already got the Blade. We now need the Butcher. And once we get him in, he will be going there as well. So you'll be able to at least see those on an angle. I don't know. We may run that row all the way down to the other side. And as we take that little walk, as you can see, some great figures up there. We've got Taz, Tony Schiavone, JR. We've also got Christian, Jade Cargill, So many great names. Swerve Strickland. A lot of nice ones here. We've even got these awesome Chase figures. Sting and John Moxley. Love those there as well. Keep going off into this corner. It's more AEW all the way down. We've got the Power Town Series 1 figures. We've got some New Japan Super 7 figures, as well as some New Japan that are out of the Storm Collectibles. El Desperado. So, very cool there. We've also got Cadillac Golf Ball. Shout out to my buddy JT. And as well, we've got this pen here. It is no longer working, just full of dust at this point. WCW pen, really cool. Used to click it on and off, and they would fight in the top. But those days are long gone. It does not work anymore. And hey, you know what? They do say, if you're going through hell, keep going. At least that's what they tell us, right? But yeah, so guys, as we continue to go through this, and as we continue to go through all of these figures, as you can see, these shelves are empty. I tried to put out a few more things to show off to you guys what's going on here, but you'll know in a minute here when we get to it why these shelves are actually empty and how I was able to acquire so much more space in this room, as it is certainly bigger, that is for sure. But wait till we get to that part in just a little bit here. As we scroll down to the next shelf, we've got Brian Myers. We've got some MLW figures back there, the MLW belt pack. We've got Mike Tyson. Love that Mike Tyson figure. And we've got all of these here. And that Mike Tyson, another Storm Collectibles. We've got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual card holding thing here. I don't even know what it's called. Loved it back in the day. I've held on to it forever. Still in the collection all these years later. Macho Man Randy Savage. Slim Jim. It's in there. It's in the pack. And it's sealed up in that bag. I don't know if it'll ever go bad. I think if the world ends, Slim Jims and Twinkies will be the only thing left. So, God willing. As we make our way down here, we've got a bunch of basics all stacked up in the back corner there. Some other stuff behind this shelf that's all kind of running in the wall. Boxes of random stuff like that. That Bubble Wrestler there. The Wubble Rumblers, but I call them Bubble Rumblers. Randy Orton back there. We've got a Pop Funk vinyl, an old one of Mankind before these Pop Funkos and all that other stuff really came out. We've got our stack of t-shirts there, John Cena on the top, but a bunch of shirts there as well. Skip Sheffield hanging out in the back over there. As we now make our way back to this other side, it's almost like a little bit of a typewriter here. We're going to show you in front. We've got obviously the small TV on the left there. That is for the Nintendo Mini, the N64, and the PlayStation 2. As we go over here to the 65-inch, a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer to enjoy. We have the PS3, the PS5, and the Switch all hooked up to this one here. Also watch some of the UFC fights, as well as, you know, mostly all the WWE pay-per-views is all in here on that. If not, we're out in the living room. And if we are out in the living room, get to enjoy it even a little bit more. We got like an 80-inch TV out there, so, but we weren't able to accommodate that in here. I don't think we would have been able to even fit that in this section that we've got here. So, but as we come up on everything else that's here, Switch cases, controllers, all stuff like that. We've got the PlayStation 2, the iconic PlayStation 2, as well as the iconic N64 there. Got the great N64, like I said, the mini Super Nintendo, which is really cool, running these demos on here right now. Comes with 23 preloaded games. I don't even know where you can get one of those anymore. Make our way down here. We got the printer, and of course we've got our stack of nothing but magazines. The Fig Heel Encyclopedia. I love that. I'm actually really upset. I think we're only a couple of days away from the Classic Superstars book coming in, the one that Kyle Peterson has put out there, so I'm really excited to get that. Got ourselves a Pokeball there. We've also got ourselves the Switch that's buried in there on a sideway little angle, trying to fit every last piece we can in there. We got the raw letters from the anniversary pack back there. PS5, PS3, like I said, more stuff down there. All stuff in there as well. That box is it's got the original War Games dual cage, I think it is in there. That's the package for that. Guitar Hero down the bottom. So all that stuff from where the camera ends on the right over is all the things that I keep in there. And then once we pan out to that, which we'll get to in a little bit, that is all the stuff that we have for sale. That's all up on the MERCARI. So as you come down here, like I said, you can see there is stuff just buried everywhere in here, guys. You know, we've got some Masters of the WWE Universe. We've got some UFC figures there. Rampage Jackson, Kimbo Slice. We've got some more UFC figures in the back there. Some of the newer ones from Jazzwares. I've actually got a couple more behind these. Kevin Randleman. And also, can't even remember what the other one is right now. Isn't that sad? But either way, we got the Lucha Lowrider. I got to give a shout out to not only my buddy JT and Uncle Mike as well. I got to also shout out my mother on this one because they got me each one of these for Christmas. So one of them eventually will be either up on the MERCARI, or maybe I'll even do a giveaway with one of them. Maybe that's what we'll do. We will do a something on the page, on the Facebook page. Maybe we'll cross it over to here on YouTube as well, but we will definitely do something there. We also got the ATV that came with Big E. I'm thinking about repurchasing it down the line at some point to have it on, you know, card and to have it boxed essentially, and then maybe turning this one into a custom Stone Cold ATV. And again, just so you guys can get a look here, we got all these, move these wires out of the way, we got all these magazines here. We got a couple of little good ones in there too. Gotta be careful. Be careful. Keep the kids at home. Lock them up. But a couple of new ones that we got here. These are the last two that we just purchased. So starting a new stack there. I've also got some programs under there as well from shows that I have attended, as well as ones that I've just purchased on eBay. So unfortunately, those WrestleMania programs, I didn't get those in person. But now we make our way over to the next wall here. And this part is, this one's a good one. This one's nice and full here, huh? Looking pretty good, no? We got the Elites starting off up top there, as well as these pennant flags. These are original 1997 or 8, I believe, from none other than WCW, of course. But these are really cool. I love these a lot. Big shout out to my buddy Gary Gainzz over on YouTube. Got those pennants from him. Very cool flags. Like those a lot. Make sure you go and check his channel out as well. A lot of cool Elites up here. I love all of these. The Paul Bearer is awesome. That is the original version. We also do have the Chase up as well. Bunch of Monday Night War figures. A lot of Build-A-Figure sets. These are very, very cool. I mean, I gotta say, it's always fun to do the Build-A-Figures. I get such a joy out of getting those pieces, and it is nice when you can order them all at once. Here we go with that Paul Bearer Chase. Very cool. Got some more in there as well. Eric and Ivar, the original Elites there. I think it's the only Elites they received, but with their new gimmick now, the new push, I think we will see Elites of them very soon again. Can't wait to add those to the collection. Got a couple of really nice ones here to show off. Gorilla Monsoon, again, another one that, what a cheap price I paid for this, as well as the Jim Neidhart that's on the side here. We're actually getting ready to complete that. Gotta just find that jacket on eBay at some point, and then once I get that, that figure will be complete, so that'll be nice. And the Gorilla Monsoon is nice and complete as well. Only thing is, I think the glasses are not accurate to the ones that actually came with him. I added those to it, so, but very nice as well to get that there. As we come off to what's on the table here, we've got some more AEW. Love this deathmatch 2-pack. Matt Cardona, Nick Gage, GCW. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love the belt, love the title. Ringside exclusive at that, and very cool. Just excited to add that to the collection as of just the last new figure pickups video. So it made it into this for the cut of this year's 2025 room tour. In front of us here, guys, we've got the complete WrestleMania anthology, WrestleManias 1 through 20. Love having physical media. There's a lot of stuff that's been cut out of some of these, so if you don't have it on here, you cannot see it, which is cool, you know, keeping history the way that it should be, I guess. And then also too, actually, before I go any further, let me just even just throw a little bit extra on top of that. When I say keeping history as it should be, I mean in the sense of like WrestleMania 20, you know, the embrace of Eddie and Benoit. It's something that's still on there. It's cut from the Peacock version. I don't know if that'll change on Netflix. I would assume it won't. So it's still nice to have those memories that you can go back and actually see, you know, the way that the WrestleMania actually ended and not the way that they cut it out in that, you know, edited version. So either way, though, we move on over to the video games here, and a lot of games, a lot of wrestling games, a lot of great titles here, from, you know, SmackDown versus Raw to the ones that were all titled, whether it was Shut Your Mouth, Here Comes the Pain, Just Bring It, Legends of Wrestling 1 and 2. We got 2K, 2K12, 13, 14, I don't even know. We got so many different 2Ks here. We are missing some, though. We are missing some. I don't want anybody to think that I have all of them at this moment in time, I definitely will get there. We've got a lot of old school N64, PlayStation, the original, some of the greatest games, I think, really, as far as, what I grew up on. I'm sure other people will differ on that. Some of these are actually not some of, not some of my favorites. I definitely play them from time to time. The GameCube games, I will say I never got a good feel for them. I played Day of Reckoning when I was a kid for hours and hours on end, and I just felt like I was never able to get to where I needed to be with that game for some reason. It was just very tough. But as we scroll back up here, give you one last shot of all those elites looking so good up on the wall there. We come over to the next wall here. This next piece we'll back out for you, kind of give you a nice pan shot down the side. And also, too, guys, in this new room, I did gain more space, but also one thing that was brought to my attention that I didn't really think about until it was actually said to me was I now have 2 windows, and I used to only have 1. So now having 2 windows in here, it's definitely a bit different. So losing that wall space, losing that amount of room, but also gaining it by having the closet space that we have now, which we'll get into, I think it kind of evens out, and I still did gain a lot of space. So up here, we've got some older elites at the very top, and that's kind of what I did with the whole top row of this room, except for the wall we were just on. But a lot of older elites up at the top, and I wouldn't say super old, definitely not the hourglass packaging like a couple of them that are over there. We will get to that. But some older elites at that, those square boxes, those curved boxes like I got on those last 3 there, the Bo Dallas and the APA. But I did like that packaging as well. I did like when they switched over to that. I usually always like the packaging after time goes by, but for some reason when it first comes out, I'm always a little bit like, I don't know. It's just, it makes me, I don't know. It makes me feel like we've gotten so used to what we have that we don't want to change it up. Like when this new packaging came out, this new style with the, this right here with the smaller viewing window. At first, I was kind of like, I don't really like it, but it's starting to grow on me. And again, I think that happens with all of them at this point. But as you can see, figures all the way down the wall here. We move over to the cage, the double cage War Games NXT arena. Like I said, it was down in that box down there. That cardboard box has the outer packaging for this as well as that to protect it. We've got the new gen arena here as well, the ring for that, the real scale ring. We just have the entrance piece to it on the other side. We also have the figures that came with it inside at the where we keep all the ultimates inside the closet there right now, so we'll get to that soon as well. Jeff Hardy entrance greats, of course. I love this one because, as always, save $1 when you can, and to buy that instead of the ultimate, or I should say Series 1 Jeff Hardy, is certainly a price saver, and for what it is, I mean, it's pretty close. I'm not complaining. We've got none other than the Undisputed Era here, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Bobby Fish. Again, a pack that I paid such cheap money for. It's actually crazy. Some of these were great, steal of a buy. I mean, you can't even beat the price. So as we move into these others here, these other couple of items, we've got the ring that came with the 2-pack, or my God, what am I doing here, guys? Can I get it together? Can I get it together here, guys? Let's do this. Let's back this up. Let's back this up for a second. Let's get this together. This is not the 2-pack that this ring came with. This is 2K19, the Hall of Fame ring that comes with the Ric Flair edition. We've also got the WrestleMania 22 ring piece there that came with the WrestleMania anthology, the original one that I got as a kid, because the anthology was originally WrestleManias 1 through 20. They then added WrestleMania 21 and 22 to it, and you could buy that in a package deal, which I got probably back in 2006 or 7 for Christmas. And it was all the DVDs plus that piece of the ring mat from that night, and it also came with a jersey with your name on it and a couple other things, I think. So very cool piece to still have to this day. A couple of random items there. We got the Knuckle Crunchers ring with Brock Lesnar, which is very cool piece because, as you know, this has been removed from stores and it is now replaced with the version that comes with Seth Rollins. Like I said there, we got the cage there, and oh, did we not just get the cage, but we are back in the swing of things, guys. We're motion, and we're going here. Now we're doing it. I had a little tongue tie there. I was getting held up. I got to realize I just got to let it fly. I got to let it go. We got to do what we do best, and that is cut a promo. So, next up, we've got this little shelf piece here. You're saying, what's going on here? What is this? What is all of this? Well, let me explain. So, underneath what is inside here, these are all items that are going up for sale. They need to have pictures taken of them, posted, listed, all that great stuff. The top of this is where I put everything that's new figure pickups. So we just did that episode 50, and we actually do have 2 or 3 things that should be up there, but I put them out in this video, and then they will eventually also still make it back to the next new figure pickups, episode 51. Now, as we scroll down this wall a little bit more, I guess you could say it's on the wall, right? Our gem piece that we just got. I mean, we just picked this up. None other than JTG coming out of Elite Series 6. I mean, this is absolutely crazy to even think that this is in my collection right now. Wild. But on top of that, we've got the Guitar Hero controller. Probably only play about, maybe, I don't know, once a year with it. So I leave it up there. I got a bunch of stuff hung up on it. Hit clips. We're taking you back to the early 2000s. Be careful, the time machine is up and running. Hit clips, what a time to be alive. I think it was 90 seconds of music, but we replayed that 90 seconds 10 times in a row, so it worked out. We got Roddy Piper up here. He's just hanging out on the end of this guitar. He's getting ready to write another song. I don't know if anybody knows that, but Roddy Piper had himself, I don't know if it was a hit single, but it was a single, and I think it was released out in the UK. We got some more figures up on the back side there going into this corner. Some really, really nice ones, some older ones for sure. And here you go, some really good ones here. Jericho, Elite Series 4, Michaels, Elite Series 7, Punk Elite 11, and that John Cena Toys R Us exclusive. I love that figure, love that figure. We got Bruno Sammartino, the original release, even though the re-release isn't really a re-release. I think that's why it didn't stay in the greatest hits, because of the color change on the trunks. We got Demolition Crush. We still need Axe and Smash. It is on the way. It will be here. Road Warrior, Hawk, and Animal. Those two, again, another great set of figures. Another great tag team. One of the most iconic tag teams, and coming out of the Series 1 Legends figures. Want to say Classic Superstars because they're so close. They're so close. We got some classics here. Got some nice ones as well. Rest in peace to Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster, but we've also got him here. He's also autographed. Not sure if that autograph is real, but I say it all the time. Sometimes when I find an autographed figure with no COA and it is so cheap, I don't even care if the autograph is real or not because I wanted the figure anyway. So that's what we do. We come over here. Let's grab this onto the back side. Make sure that thing is up and running. We want to make sure we're lighting it up in here today. As we show you what's back here, as we move this out a little bit, we'll pull this chair out. We've got figures running all the way down to the corner. They run all the way back there, and we take you back to where we started on this wall. And we come down just a little bit here. And as you can see under there, I mean, it's dark. It is dark, but those figures run all the way under the table, all the way to the wall, and they run all the way down onto that second layer, which, like I said, you can see right there, it runs that second layer right above the heater all the way down as well. So that is how I was able to clear up so much shelf space, guys, and it allows me to put a lot more up. The figures that are down there are what I would perceive to be a little bit less valuable, so nothing that I'm too worried about. And that's how we keep it moving with that. Now, we move on to right here. You know, we got the calendar out. We got everything out here. All my stuff. You know, always try to keep things, keep track of things and what's going on and what we're doing. Pull this drawer open here to give you guys a little idea of what's in here. We've got cloth goods, clothing, accessories, stuff like that. Championship belts. We got some random stuff in this little organizer. Some Build-A-Figure parts, all random stuff in there. But like I said, mostly that's all clothing and titles. We go into this next drawer. All accessories again. Some random stuff. Stuff that's still new, wrapped. And also, too, when you guys do purchase these from me on MERCARI, this is exactly how they come. So I may take a picture of these open and show it and put it as new, and then they come wrapped brand new like that. And we've got a bunch of other cool little things in here. We've got Al Snow's head, and we've also got the Bray Wyatt lantern head. So we got some pretty cool stuff in here. All different types of accessories. Make our way down to the bottom shelf here, and if my cat would just stay out here for 5 minutes, maybe we could keep this place dusted, keep this place hairless. Who knows? But here we go. We got a bunch of other stuff in here. We've got this popcorn machine and all this little accessory stuff, tires, signs, you know, barbed wire boards, a skee ball machine, a dumpster barrel like you put your trash in, you know, dumpster. All stuff in there, refrigerator. There's all kinds of goods in there. All kinds of goods in there. But now we got to make our way to the next wall. The next wall we're going to here. Here we go. It is, again, a lot of older figures. This is kind of what we have going on over here. So, got Stephanie McMahon right up in that top corner. A really nice one. That's Steven Regal. Chris Jericho, ringside exclusive. A lot of good ones there. And I don't know if you guys can see that with that glare, but we got D'Lo Brown, we got Macho Man, Randy Savage. We've got none other than the odd one, Goldust. We've got Shane McMahon up there. We've got the original release of Booker T and Stevie Ray. We've also got none other than the Nasty Boys. And then we've got the Ascension, Connor, Victor. We've got Bubba Ray and Dudley. Jesus, Matt. Are we going to get there today? We got Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys. And then as you guys come into over here, I'll go right down this one for you because we're already here. And it makes the most sense, right? We'll go right down this line here. A lot of good ones. A lot of good figures here. And a couple that we can talk about on the way back up that are my favorites. A couple that I want to point out is none other than both of these Jake the Snakes. I love Jake the Snake. I love his attires. I love collecting him. So very cool to have him. Very cool to have Farouk and Bradshaw. Even though these weren't a big hit, they definitely went to clearance. But very happy to add them to the collection in the in the packaging that they are. We got Fatu, Samu, and Umaga all right next to each other, which I really liked placing those that way. Love all of those figures. Very cool. I mean, right here again, I can't complain. Kane is one of my favorites, as it is the Honky Tonk Man, and Greg the Hammer Valentine, Rhythm and Blues, looking great there as well. Warrior's always at the top of the list as far as attires and trying to have as many possible attires of him as possible, so I love that figure again. We got all of DX, China, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and we've got none other than Triple H. And of course, had to add the Shawn Michaels in up there. Very, very cool. And these are just all great figures. So, but we did put Miss Elizabeth right here because as we make our way around to show you what's going on next, we've got none other than Hogan and Macho Man right there. So the Hogan and Mach right there. The Elizabeth right on the outside. They're close by. They are certainly too close for comfort because Hogan is in between Macho Man and Elizabeth yet again. Can you stand it? But as we go through here, let's break it down. We're going to go right through this whole piece. We're going to start off with the Owen Hart that is at the very top of this tower. Making our way down to the Hardy Boys. Spinning it over here, we've got the Acclaimed up top there. We got the Blood Brothers, Dustin and Cody. We got that CM Punk ice cream bar. A little bit more of the bubbly Chris Jericho. We've got the ROH Jerry Lynn, Nigel McGuinness. Over here we've got the Britt Baker Blood and Guts there as well. Behind her is the very nice, very evil Danhausen. Next to him where you can't see back there is the Hook exclusive. As we move over, Claudio Castagnoli coming out of that AEW ROH series as well. We got CM Punk in the Supreme Collection as well as Sting in the Supreme Collection over there next to Samoa Joe, some TNA icons. We've got Thunder Liger coming out of the Storm Collectibles and a great couple of figures right there. What can you say about them? They are absolutely awesome. And so now as we make our way from that, we can start to make our way down this side. We've got the Hogan Target 3-pack. We've got the Mahavia Legacy 3-pack Walmart exclusive. We've got the Festival of Friendship Jericho and Owens. We've got the Target exclusive Raw 3-pack there with Undertaker, Razor Ramon, and 1-2-3 Kid. Another Target exclusive 4-pack Booker T, Stone Cold, John Cena, and Eddie Guerrero. And then of course another Target exclusive 4-pack. It was Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, and Becky Lynch. And then we've got the LWO 5-pack. That was the Mattel Creations 5-pack. And that has Selena Vega, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro, as well as Rey Mysterio. as well as Rey Mysterio. Can't forget the legend himself. So very, very cool there. While we're already down at the bottom here, this is the rest of the video games, you know, to the ones that are already laid out on that shelf. So once we put those back in here, it will be very much a full bookshelf yet again. As we move over here, we've got all the DVDs. We've got a lot of random stuff in there, from The Sopranos to Hogan Knows Best and WWE type stuff to all cartoons. Hey Arnold, Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, the Jetsons. Some great ones in there as well. Also some MTV shows, Viva La Bam, Rob and Big. Some stuff that I really, really do enjoy and want to always keep on physical media. So that is why it's there. As we spin back around to this side here and show you what we got down low, we got Paul Heyman, we've got Rob Van Dam, we've got The Undertaker, and we've got Ric Flair in the Pop Funkos, because of course, as I start to go down a rabbit hole, it just never ends. And then we've got some card boxes here. All the cards have been taken out, obviously, but I just threw those there as a little spot to put them, and it works. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to, I could actually fit another Elite in underneath those if I really, really wanted to, but you know, we try to make it look as nice as we can. So now we'll move over into the closet to the other side before we start going through what's right in front of you. And again, here we got the AEW World title up there. All these AEW figures are in the box. They're all stacked all the way to the floor and back. Probably like 7 feet tall right there. So, yeah, we're close. We're close to probably about 7 foot right there. So, as we back out of here, let's show you what we got on this side. These are some loose figures in front. The Territories 4-pack, which was really cool. Superstar Billy Graham. We've got none other than Harley Race, Gorilla Monsoon, Muhammad Ali, a great pack there. And again, I'm getting tongue-tied here, guys. I think it's like I'm going through like spurts. It's like it's hitting, it's going, it's hitting, it's going, but we're gonna make it. I promise you, we're gonna make it. We got Chavo Guerrero coming out of the Elite Series 5, one of the most maybe rare Elite figures that some people have proclaimed over these past few years. Very happy to have had that since day one. No clue why I kept it. It just always stayed with me, and it's complete at that. So very cool as well. A couple of Build-A-Figures that are still in the works. The Disciple and none other than Doc Hendricks there, also known as Michael P.S. Hayes. We've also got the Ultimates all behind there. The Ultimates that go with that new gen Macho Man, Doink, and Diesel all there. Make our way over here. More Ultimates as well as Build-A-Figures. So, of course, we've got none other than Adam Pearce. We've got Rick Rude. We've got none other than Vince McMahon, Paul Ellering, and we've got, now this is not a Build-A-Figure, but a custom kind of little mashup I made with the extra head that came with Eric Bischoff there from the Ruthless Aggression series. And as you already know, this is when he did that Billy and Chuck marriage ceremony, and when 3-Minute Warning, I believe, was introduced to WWE at the time. We've also got John Cone, the referee Build-A-Figure we just recently got, as well as Jimmy Hart and none other than J.J. Dillon. Making our way down here, a couple more Build-A-Figures. We got Dusty Rhodes, Virgil, we got Baby Dominic, and we've got the youngest World Tag Team Champion of all time, Nicholas. But what a time it is to get Build-A-Figures, huh? It is very fun. It is something that I enjoy quite much, so it is something I'm going to keep doing. Keep making these Build-A-Figures, right? Trying to get them all. So, and that's the other thing, too. I regret getting rid of so many of the ones we already had. So many Build-A-Figures that I had when they originally came out. The, you know, Paul Heyman, Michael Cole, the John Laurinaitis. So many that I wish I never got rid of. But, you know, in time, you live and you learn. It's what I always say. So, as we show you the rest of these Ultimates here, lots of Ultimates all the way down. We've got some From the Vault figures showing off on the sides there. Some of my original figures from back in the day, the Cactus Jack, that Shawn Michaels, Owen Hart, and that Ultimate Warrior. A couple other ones I just threw in there, but those are some originals. Some more Ultimates on that side, like I said, as well as over here. Come down to some more ringside exclusives from the vault, all that good stuff. And then over here we've got Defining Moments, as well as the Defining Moments ringside exclusives, and some more ringside exclusives. So that is basically the closet there, guys, and gives you an idea of everything that's in there. We move over here. We got some Stone Cold lanyards, some original WWF ones, some pens and stuff. Every time I do business cards from MERCARI, or for MERCARI, for my store, they always send me a free pen, so I got a few of those hanging there. An old Family Guy pen that needs a battery. See if Peter still talks when you click the button, but unfortunately he does not anymore. We got the tape gun, we got the price gun, got everything up over there. We got a couple of Warwick Wrestling medals. I certainly wasn't the one who won these, but somebody did, and somehow they wound up in my collection. Who knows? We got all the sunglasses here. A bunch of them just hanging up. You never know what pair you're going to need. Another big shout out to my buddy JT and his Uncle Mike for these two, I don't know what you want to call them. I guess stuffed animals, plushies, whatever they're calling them these days. WWE plushies they came out with, and none other than the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. How cool is that? Making our way downtown yet again, walking fast. The face is something. I don't know. I don't know the words. It's kind of like when I sing the Cody Rhodes song and we do the something, something, Cody Rhodes. You know, that's kind of how it goes, right? But we've got the Adrenaline 2-pack here. None other than Johnny and Mitch. And we got to get the rest of the Spirit Squad very soon. We also got Kenny. We're going to show you him in a minute. Coming down to the world's greatest tag team, Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin. And then we got Johnny, the Bull Stamboli, and Chavo Guerrero down here in the Adrenaline 2-pack as well. I think this is like one of the first series of Adrenaline that came out, if I am correct. I don't know. I might not be. Who knows? Move ourselves over here to where we kind of wrap this up. We got the safe. We got a bunch of stuff in there. We got a bunch of paperwork on top. We got the new Gen Arena box inside there, as well as a bunch of posters that I just don't have any room for here, guys. But we're going to try to make it work. Here we are. This is the desk. This is the office. This is the area where it all goes down, from buying, selling, taking the pics, posting the stuff to MERCARI, doing the videos that you guys see, new figure pickups, casual conversation, all of that good stuff. It all takes place right here. And as you already can see, you know, we got a little Matt's Wrestling Collectibles on there, and it just wrapped up. Look at that. It just wrapped up, and it just changed over to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. And you already know. Got to check them out. Got to check out Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. As we got some more classics in front of you right here. Some good figures. We never got that Chief J Strongbow out of the Mattel figures, unless you did get lucky enough to get one of the, you know, kind of released versions that did make its way through, kind of similar to that Rob Van Dam. But for some money to be saved and for some, you know, aggravation to be not so had, I went with the Classic Superstars Chief J Strongbow. A couple other good ones in here as well. We got that Sunny 1 of 3,000 Toy Fair magazine. That one's pretty cool. And as we make our way up here to just show off a couple more, we got The Rock, Mr. Kennedy, Kenny. We're getting too much Kennys and Kens and all this other stuff's going on. It's a lot going on right now. Where's Ken Shamrock? We need him. Baddest man on the planet. Well, we got Test here. R.I.P. to Test. R.I.P. to Crash Holly. We got Tori. We got Ivory. And we got a few more up here that I might not have shown. I think I may have. I might not have. But some very cool figures there. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. The original Shield figures. We're going to complete that soon and get the Roman Reigns that goes with it. But I love this area. Love being at my my desk and at my office, essentially. It's a great spot. I love hanging out here. And there we go. We got Brian Myers and Matt Cardona on there as we speak. So, guys, I don't know. Was there something else that I should go over? Was there anything else that I'm leaving out? I guess the only thing that we could talk about quick here before we wrap this up is underneath these tables, guys, these bins with the yellow lids on them. We got those 3 there that run across all of that, you know, taking up all that space. All these containers here, all this stuff that you see here, that's all for sale. Those are all for sale items. They're all full. We got one bin that is full of WWE Elites and Ultimates. Another one that's full of WWE and WWF, anything that's boxed, carded, packaged. The other one is all AEW. This right here, the bottom bin, is all basic figures, main event figures. Those are all in there. The next bin and all the bins that are within that, the little, you know, sub bins, is title belts, clothing, accessories, all that great stuff. Over here, we've got all WWE Elites in the bottom bin. And then this top bin is empty packages here. We got a set of the Hardys in there that haven't made their way into the AEW bin yet. Some figure protective cases. We've got some Prime bottles there. And there's a bunch of loose figures underneath here as well. All the women's wrestling figures are in there. All the older style, like Jax and WCW figures are in there. And I also keep the AEW loose figures in there, so that way we can get to things a little bit easier. But with that being said, guys, here's what I want to do as I pan around the room really quick here. I do want to go over a few people who definitely need a shout out, and they deserve one, that is for sure. So as we pan around the room here and give you guys a final view, a final look before we wrap it up, I just want to give a big shout out to the Family Time Wrestling FTW podcast. You got to get over there and check those guys out. They're putting in a lot of work. They are putting in a lot of time and effort, and oh my God, are they great? Are they absolutely fantastic? You want to check out their content because it is almost every single day. Make sure you're doing that. As well as the other couple of groups here or pages that I want you to check out. They could be anywhere, but you can also catch them in the description of this video. Tom's Wrestling Collection, Klassic Komics, Gary Gainzz, none other than my guys over at Gone Broke, DJ TV, my buddy Dean, you want to definitely check him out as well, DJ TV, Al Ruddick, Wrestling's Biggest Mark, you want to check him out as well. And if you haven't already, I'm sure you guys already know all about it, but get over to the WWF Attitude Era page on Facebook. It is a great page. Over 500,000 people on there. How cool is that? Make sure you check that out. And also, too, a couple of shout outs to the people who everybody already knows. None other than Kyle Peterson, My Damn Toys, and Fig Heel. You guys definitely give me a lot of inspiration all the time to keep these videos going. So I appreciate each and every single one of you. Now that we've done that, there it goes. There are the promos that we had to talk about. Lastly, guys, let me leave it at this. I appreciate each and every single one of you for always following the channel and staying in touch and in tune with everything that Matt's Wrestling Collectibles is constantly posting. The videos on here, the stuff that we post to our Facebook page and group page. I appreciate all of you staying around and continuing with that support. It means the absolute world to me. So, from me to you guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you. This has been yet again the WWE or Action Figure Wrestling Room Tour, Mega Tour, Action Figure Galore of 2025. And of course, at the only place that we always can be, Matt's Wrestling Collectibles, right here on YouTube. Until the next one, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all in the next video.